If you're a coach consultant and you have been having this cost per lead acquisition or per closing is more than $200 or $150 or even more than $100, how can you reduce that? And how that you can at the same time 10x your closing rate. So let's say if you have 10 leads that show up on your closing call, how that you can get more than just one close per closing call that you take. Now, there's a way to do it, and there's a lot of ways that wrongly how to do it, right? And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can do that and reduce the cost per lead acquisition at the same time. Now, for all of you that don't know me, my name is Andreas, and I've been doing sales outreach closing strategies for more than 8 years now, generating over $30 million with my business partners and personally more than $3 million in sales revenue. Now, a lot of people have been doing sales outreach and closing wrongly. That's why I have this mission to teach more than 1,000 people to really understanding how that they can get into outreach, getting better system, and close better deals. Now, if you're paying attention to this video, meaning that you're a coach consultant that have been relying heavily on the closing deals, getting book appointments, selling high ticket, or you're also sales professional that kind of trying to figure out some ways to increase your closing rate and reducing your show up rate, right? So here's the way that you can do it. There are 3 strategies how we can do this exactly. But because that you are not taking notes of this exactly, if you want these notes, just put a comment below and I'll reach out to you to send these notes exactly to you so you can have the personalized strategy how that you can do this to increase 10x of your closing rate and then reduce the CPA by 50% or more. All right, so please pay attention to this video. Now, there are a couple things that you can do. Number 1 is that speed to lead. Maybe you have heard this before, right? Like speed to lead, you need to contact the lead ASAP. But what is exactly the application to this? A lot of people, they're contacting the leads maybe a couple days after they opt into the system and maybe a couple hours after they opt into the system. It has to be the same hour. If we can contact them the same hour exactly when they opt in, maybe to the bookings that you have or to the lead form that you have or to something that they opt in, you get to contact them ASAP at the same hour, not by email, not just by DM, but calling them. So when I'm saying speed to lead, this is what I mean by calling. Why is that so important? Because if you're just looking at DMs, SMS, or emails, that is just a normal way to reach out to someone softly, right? And they can open it on their time when they want it. But with calls, you can intercept that and reaching out to them exactly when the time you want them to pick up the phone. Now, not everyone is going to pick up the phone, of course, but you will increase the chance of closing them by 10 times if you're calling them with speed to lead when the lead comes into your ecosystem and you call them right away. Not just because of email, not just because of DM or SMS, but because you call them with humanized personalization. That's number 1. Number 2 is that how that you can set up a system so that you can have the speed to lead. Meaning, imagine if you have a setter, you have a closer, or maybe even you work yourself, and when you get notification, you need to get a notification when the lead opt in, right? At the same hour when they opt in. Now, it's gonna be hard for you to catch all people that opt in at the same time. But when you have a right system, you can even make a call for them automatically or manually. You can choose that whenever they come into the system. Now, this is going to create a big win or lose situation, because when your system is wrong, you're not going to get notification and you're going to miss it. But if you set up the right automation, the right system, that you're going to get the right notification, either your setter or yourself that can reach out to them at the same hour, that is going to increase 10 times of the closing ratio when you're talking to them. That's number 2, the system itself. And number 3, how that you can have the right script. I wouldn't really say a script, but it is the methodology that you reach out to them. Because here's the thing, most people when they reach out to people, they just going rambling out telling about their feature and benefits, and that's not really related to the person. That's why they cannot really close the deal, set up the appointments correctly. But how you can get the right script, asking the right question at the right time, this is the key. Because even though you have speed to lead, but if you don't ask the right question at the right time, then you will miss their interest, because they're really interested up into your system, but somehow you just didn't get them to the right question, so they will not answering you the right way, and they ended up ghosting, or they just ended up not showing up on the appointments, and you will lose the chance to close them. So that's why the right questioning strategies is also very important for you to understand. So if you combine these 3 secrets, right, how that you can plus strategy, how that you can get them totally in your ecosystem with your full control to contacting them at the right time when they opt in. If you want these notes and you want to get better personalized notes, more detail, and I'll reach out to you, just drop a comment below and I'll help you out to understand better how we can do this exactly. If you do this correctly, your CPA cost per acquisition, it can be as low as $30, $50 to get a high ticket 5K, 8K, or 10K. So if you want to know this strategy, just reach out to me and drop